Northeastern Ohio, Western Pennsylvania, and beyond. We're about to put our fingers on the pulse of the Neotropolis. The pulse is pumping high. Myself, I'm Washington's music maker, and our host is Brian West. Today's guests are Alex Smith, Tyler Smith, and Tom Cordell.
Yeah.
Take it away, Brian.
How is everybody? Welcome to Youngstown. Beautiful show we got for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We got an excellent show, actually, about talking about fighting and boxing in this new age environment. And it was kind of fun writing a monologue for this show, because what I realized is that people don't fight anymore. You know, they don't fight like they used to. Kids aren't as active as they used to. And I was watching the news, and it's amazing how many kids are carrying weapons instead of their fists. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm reading up on when I'm watching the news, I'm starting to get this feeling in my brain. I'm saying, okay, kids are, what they'll do is, when somebody makes them mad, they'll go get a gun rather than fight. So I got a few cousins. So what I was doing is I got a monitor from time to time, so I got to keep an eye on them. So what I was noticing is whenever my little cousin, she's about 5 years old, whenever she would get upset, I got to be careful with her, because you don't know what these kids gonna do. You know, you don't know if they gonna snap on something, because they got all this medicine and stuff. So my cousin, what she would do is whenever she would get angry, I get paranoid now. You know, I get paranoid. So when she's coming in the house, and if I do something wrong, I'm always making sure I keep an eye, because what she was doing, what happened was, okay, I took her, she got these kittens, they call little cotton kittens or something, little kitty girls. So I took one, and I smuggled it, and I put it in the back room, and she came in the house, and she was so upset. And I'm like, first of all, you got to calm down. And then I know my mother got a gun. She got a gun under her bed. So when I took her kittens, I came out, and I noticed she was gone. And I see my mother's door open. I said, oh man, it's about to go down in here. So what I did was, when I seen the door open, I said, man, let me call the police, because you don't know what's going to happen. So she come out with the gun, and I'm like, listen, it's not that serious. You know, we got a boxing event, July 26th. If you want me to put you on a card, and what it is these kids know how to operate weapons. They know how to operate weapons fully. And I'm watching her, and I'm figuring out where she's getting this imagination to learn how to operate this weapon from. And that's what was amazing to me, is because this girl about 5 years old, she had enough strength to cock it back, to load it, and to point it at me. And her form was excellent. I mean, she had an excellent form. She was looking at me, and she said, listen, I want my kittens back where they was at. I'm looking at her, I'm like, this girl done lost her mind, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm learning is that fighting is good therapy. And what kills me is that the president, you know, people always, whenever something go wrong with gun violence and some kid just start going to school and just shooting everybody up, they always get on the president. You know, they always tell him, the president, man, you know, we need to stop all this gun violence. And the president will get on TV, and he will give a fully fledged speech about how gun violence needs to stop. But this man got a whole army with rifles behind him. You know what I'm saying? They all got weapons. So I'm like, man, how you gonna tell a whole generation and the citizens of your country not to have weapons and gun violence need to stop when you got grenade launchers and a whole tank in back of you? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's what I'm saying about this gun and these kids. But what I've learned is that boxing and fighting is like therapy. It's something that could be used to channel out that anger. And they used to promote back in the day, it was, I think it was Dave Robinson, they used to have this commercial to come on TV. And what would happen is the commercial would be about turning the cheek and going the other way, walking away from the fight. So what would happen is these kids, one day I tried it out, I got in the fight. So this guy, he comes up and he swings at me, you know, and I thought to myself, I say, if this dude hit me, I'm gonna be knocked out. So what ends up happening is, when I was listening to the commercial, is pretty much he knocked me out after the fight because I didn't hit him back, because I listened to the commercial. You know what I'm saying, Tommy? And I'm thinking like, okay, this is what needs to be done to be able to walk away from this fight. So when he knocked me out and I got back up and I was explaining to everybody, I said, I said, well, I listened to the commercial and I didn't hit him back, but he knocked me out. You know what I'm saying? So either way, it evened itself out. But this show is specifically about boxing. We got my man Tom Cordell, we got Alex Smith, Tyler Smith, all boxers in the community of Youngstown. Support them. We got a big fight coming up July 26th. We're going to be right back here in the Pulse with me, Brown West. Give us something great over there, Wayne. Something great so I don't have to knock you out, Wayne. Fighting out of the city of Girard, Ohio, weighing a solid 119 pounds, representing the Burnside Boxing Gym in Struggles, Ohio, Youngstown's own and the Chosen Generation's main event, Alicia D. Frank.
My name is Alicia D. Frank. I've been competing in boxing on and off for 8 years.
With 32 amateur fights all across the country, Alicia has never been knocked out. Her work ethic is above average.
I got into fighting because I've always been real competitive and I wanted to excel in a sport and I wasn't able to in high school, so I found boxing.
With 8 years of experience, Alicia looks to increase her record. This fight will be a test of her strength.
July 26th, what I plan on getting out of the fight is everything that I trained hard for and to get a win and get ready for the pros.
If Alicia Frank can pull off this victory, she will be the first female boxer in the city of Youngstown to ever win more than 2 belts.
Come watch me July 26th at the Eastwood Expo Center. Doors open at 6, fights start at 7. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pulse. This next guest we're bringing on the show is from the city of Youngstown, the greater Canfield area. We got my man Tom Cordell, Alex Smith, and Tyler Smith, all from Team Smith Boxing. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. Come on up. How you doing, Alex? Very good. How you doing, Tyler? How you doing, Tyler? Have a seat. Have a seat. Yeah, I got a feeling. Tonight's gonna be a good night, gentlemen. So how y'all doing, man?
Good, how you doing?
Pretty good. Now you've been boxing, man. You've been boxing since you was 15, Tyler, and you've been boxing since you were 13. Wow. I mean, you started at age 9.
Yeah.
So y'all been back to boxing for a while. How about you, Tommy? How long you been doing this?
Since I've been 12.
Oh man. So tell me about this this boxing thing. What I mean, do you think it helps as in, especially when you got a new environment where there's so much chaos and corruption? Does getting in the gym help you out, help you physically and emotionally and mentally to stay focused?
Oh yeah, it helps me get a lot of stress out. It helps
Yeah.
me stay off the streets and stay out of trouble.
All right.
And it helps me learn a lot of respect on how to treat people.
Yeah. What about you, Tyler? I was at one of your fights, man. You was pretty good.
Thanks. Yeah, working towards a goal. Just training hard, and you don't get anything given to you.
Yeah.
We get to work hard and achieve it, and I just try to give everything I have into this because
Yeah.
it's given a lot to me.
Now, Tommy, I watch you in the gym, and you take a lot of your time out to train and support actors. So you're you're a big mentor and a big part of these guys' life. What is it like when you see a fighter go astray or he goes out of character, almost kind of like we had Kelly Pavlik and things like that?
It's tough, especially if you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You see, like you said, for instance, with him, the stuff he's going through,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I mean, it's tough.
It's tough, and I watched it. When you watch guys like Kelly Pavlik, I think when it comes to pressure from the community and local support, tell us what life is like in the boxing world. A lot of people don't know how much pressure is actually on the fighter to win. Tell us a little bit about the business of boxing, Tommy. How does it work when a fighter gets into that stage of boxing?
As far as amateur?
Yeah, just amateur and how they get into the pros.
Well, I mean, there's no really format to get into the pros, but I mean, it does help to have amateur experience.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of fighters out there that just, that really don't have a lot of amateur experience, and they just go into the pros.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But these guys, they're doing it the right way.
Yeah.
A lot of the amateurs around here, and amateurs in general, you know what I mean? You want to get that experience being in
Yeah.
and stuff like that, because it's totally different when you go from amateur to pro.
Yeah, yeah.
Because now you ain't fighting with no headgear on. You're fighting with 8 ounce.
Yeah, yeah.
10 and 12 ounce gloves
Yeah.
on. No headgear, and that headgear makes a big difference.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean, especially, in boxing. You know, but I mean, sparring wise and stuff like that, when they're sparring and working out and stuff like that, they wear the headgear.
Now you were a boxer. You were a boxer too, Tommy. It says you were so you were Golden Gloves, so you did fight.
Yeah.
Now since you've had that experience, and is it hard? Like you got Tyler. Like if you tell him, is it hard to communicate with him? Does he respect your experience?
Yeah. I mean, they both listen real well. You know, they're both students of the game. You know, they've been doing it for quite a while.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So that makes it a little bit easier too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right, now Tyler, tell us how you say you've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, since I was 10.
Now how are you managing your because I know you got to have a job, and when you first start in amateurs, you don't get paid yet. So how are you managing that? You know, your job and your family life and things like that, your social life. And how old are you?
I'm 21 now.
Yeah, so you're actually an adult. So how are you managing your life when it comes to this new environment of boxing?
Thanks to my parents. My parents support me through everything. If it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't be boxing because they let me live in their house. They let me live there for free.
Yeah.
While I just box and they let me do my thing. They let me try to reach my dream.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for them, then I don't know what I would do without them.
Now, what about you, Alex? Same for you?
I work 40 hours a week and
man.
box at the same time.
Yeah.
It's tough. We're trying to get our name out there so we can have someone try to help us out a little bit with the managing and the financial statement part of it. But right now we're just going to keep striving to reach our goals and hopefully that one day. Yeah.
You guys want to go pro?
Oh yeah.
Now, Tommy, now the business of it, are you getting a lot of local support from the community when it comes to their events and things like that?
Well, we get a lot of local support through our different sponsors and stuff like that. Like we do our amateur shows and stuff like that. Like we have a lot of regular sponsors that support us, that buy tables, that buy ads, and stuff like that. And that's what keeps the amateur shows going around here. You know what I mean? Because like I said, when Mike Saffoldi and I started Lights Out, I didn't want to make it just an amateur boxing show because I've been doing amateur boxing shows since '95. Yeah. You know, I started down to Buckeye Elks doing shows and stuff like that. Putting on shows and stuff like that. I said, I wanted to make it a little bit different. I wanted to make it an event. You know what I mean? So we honor different people in the community and stuff like that. We do shows for charities and different stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Excellent. Well, when we come back, ladies and gentlemen, from this break, we're going to have more with Tommy Cordell and Team Smith up here, and we're going to go into a quick break. We'll be right back. We got a skit. We'll be right back in the Pulse with me, Brian West, everybody.
Just like you made a choice to get this coin, you will have to make a choice to pass life into this world.
Boys only want one thing. The trouble, I tell you. Trouble, do you hear me? Do you understand?
We have no hope, Precious. Look at us. We're both high-class girls with little-class lives.
Precious, be encouraged. Your life is about to change.
No, I didn't think maybe I just woke up and it was gone.
Do you read it?
It seems you're pregnant, young lady.
Get me pregnant, doctor. There's a pregnant! There's one food on us! You're out of control!
If I let you in, you must undo this mistake.
Even if you are pregnant, I'm gonna throw you down the flight of freaking stairs if I gotta get rid of this baby.
Okay, Walter, okay, I'll get rid of the baby.
Welcome to the Analysis Report with your host, John Winston, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Analysis Report. I'm your host, John Winston. It's been 7 years since Raymond James joined the network group Outsider, a terrorist group. This is his life. This is his story, going from the ups and the downs. Tell us what you think. We'll be right back after this startling, amazing video that will be touching and will make all of you want to convert back from outsider terrorist group to America.
I watched as my son was bullied, so I got sick of it. The bully beat him so badly that my wife had to take him to the doctors. I was getting sick of it. I had to fight back. I turned on the news one day and saw an organization called Apple Cider. They ran a terrorist network in Palm Beach, also known as Outsider. I had to join. I was so tired of the cultural divide in the States, so they flew me in to join their training camp. Turns out I advanced pretty quick in ranks and soon made the video team. It seems that once you show that you won't blow yourself up and you have a little bit of intelligence, they put you on the video team. It was tough at first, but I had to learn their language, but I think I got it. I had to use an old cell phone camera, but it's cool. The video turned out alright. This was my first message to America.
Good day, America. My name is Mahmoud Shahid. I am from the network of Outsider. We want to fight you, America. My son, Raymond, was bullied at one of your high schools. Me and my comrades from the network Outsider, we are going to punish you severely. Punish you. I just found out that we just got some new bombs. We just got a new shipment in from parts of the country. Once we get the rust off of these bombs and we get the timers fixed, we're going to bomb all of your schools, especially the one where my son was bullied at. We want to fight, so please stop running so we can punish you. Stay in our countries. We have nothing else better to do with our time but to punish you. Jihad is on the move. Give me some time as we ban our network against you. I thank you for your time. Peace. Hashlam Sholah.
After I made my first video, I got to train in the sand. I thought the video was pretty cool. It was my first one. I think I pronounced Outsider wrong though, but it's alright. It's cool. Training in the sand was hard. I got thirsty a lot and the water here is so contaminated. Man, I miss my family. Can't wait till I get my first mission. My lead commander says as soon as they get the money, I'm going to get some new firecrackers to throw at American soldiers. Can't wait to see how that turns out. I'm starting to rethink my decision about joining, but can't turn back now. The food here sucks. All I eat is camel meat, and I think they're running out of that. Don't even know if it's healthy. Man, I want to go home. But once you convert, there's no way out but death. What have I done? What have I done?
Mahmoud Shahid, former Raymond Sr., was killed on his first mission. It seems that he tripped on a piece of shrapnel and was stung by a scorpion. His family soon moved on. His son stood up to the bully and was punished and stuffed in a locker. I guess we can learn from this story is that fighting is just like life, ladies and gentlemen. You win some, you lose some. I'm John Winston, asking you to fight on. We'll be right back next week in the analysis report. Shout out to the girls. MethodAidInc.com and Method 8 Arts Academy is a proud sponsor of the arts. Our productions can be viewed on our Method 8 Corp YouTube channel or by visiting Method8Inc.com. All of our productions focus on conscious building issues with films like Miracle, The Land of Escobar, The Birth of the Dreamer, which deal with women's issues.
Touch me, you understand? Don't you ever touch me. I worked too hard for this, Precious, to make ranks, and I don't have time to go through this, okay? No, even if this baby is mine, you get rid of it, okay? You get rid of it. You understand me?
Okay, well.
Method 8's Indian Summer, which focuses on sacrifice.
Complain. That's all you humans do. What, you think I poisoned your food? You think I'm some kind of killer? Lamani's not coming back.
Or Academy Special Projects with shows like Field Angels to help combat youth violence.
Here, Friedman. President Bixby wants to shut you down.
Shut us down for what, Friedman? We're just getting started.
They say you've been using little girls to crack cases.
You put your hands on me, Friedman. I don't care. We've lost Penny, Raven, and Sparks. I'm the only one left, Friedman. We're gonna solve this. We're gonna turn this whole damn city into the kingdom after I get done. All these productions can be viewed on our YouTube channel. All donations can be made at Method8Inc.com. Every donation goes towards productions to combat issues to save lives, with classes and funds to train and support the actors. All sponsors are recognized in every program. It is the belief of every representative at Method 8 to believe in their abilities and to use art to save lives. Show your support today at Method8Inc.com.
Fighting out of the city of Youngstown, Ohio, the greater East Side area, weighing a solid 160 pounds, representing the Downtown Youngstown Boxing Club, the Chosen Generation's own special event, Angel Rojas.
Mi nombre es Saúl Rojas.
Angel Rojas.
Coming from Puerto Rico to the States, Angel Rojas is representing an island that has produced some of the greatest fighters of all time. How long have you been fighting for?
Dos.
2 years.
What made you get into boxing?
Porque me gusta y mi padre me enseñó.
He likes doing it, but his father used to box. His father got into it. His father was a Golden Gloves champion one time, and he trained a lot of guys in Puerto Rico, so that's how he got into it.
So what do you plan on getting out of this fight July 26th?
Ganar.
He wants to win.
Over the years, the east side of Youngstown has been in decline. By fighting, and if Angel can keep winning, he may be able to provide a spark.
Que vayan a verme la pelea.
He like everybody to come out to see him fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to The Pulse with the extravagant, I hope handsome, and the ladies, they love me sometimes. With Brian West, we got my man Tommy, Alex Smith, and Tyler Smith, Team Smith up here, the boxing champions. I'm expecting to see big things out of you brothers, man. I'm serious, man. You got to represent for a city that's been through a lot, and I was checking you out, Tyler, man, and that was pretty impressive. I mean, the man was taking some massive hits, but he was coming back with like 30 punches after. You know what I'm saying? That's impressive. So you got a big road ahead of you, man. You're representing a city where a lot of great fighters came out of this city, Tommy. Even Tommy himself tell you. And I mean, you got Lampkin, you got did Boom Boom Man City was booming? Was it? Yeah. He was from around. I mean, you got a lot of, and they be down there training, and they train hard in the gym, man. So what's your future plans before we close out the show? Anybody want to make any last comments? I'll ask you first, Alex. Where do you see yourself in the boxing world in 5 years?
I mean, heading to the top and just trying to take big fights,
Yeah.
Trying to get my name out there. And,
Excellent.
I like to try to get my name big so I can reach out to some organizations, trying to get cancer, diabetes, and things like that.
Perfect. Now, what are these shirts, Tyler? What y'all got on there?
This is for diabetes and cancer. My brother has diabetes. He was diagnosed at 9 years old.
Okay.
And,
Oh, wow.
My aunt, she was just recently diagnosed with throat cancer.
Oh.
And also my grandma had colon cancer. So
yeah.
You know,
But
trying to you know.
Yeah.
Support them. You know, or get a little.
Excellent, excellent. Now, Tommy, you're a big mentor in these guys' life, man. Where do you expect to see him in about 5 years, man?
Nah, I hope, you know, like they said, hopefully, you know.
In the pros, huh? In the pros. Now you're training the females too, ain't you?
No, not really. I don't really know.
Oh, but I seen them down at the gym. They was working out.
Yeah. Sammy, you know, Sammy usually he got a couple girls that he messes with.
Yeah. I mean, before we close out, man. Tell us about that. You know, you got a lot of women in there working hard, man.
Yeah, they do. They come down to work out and stuff like
that. Great. Well, I want to thank my man Tommy Cordell and the Team Smith coming on the show. Expect a lot out of them. We got a big fight on July 26th. Come out there. It's at the Eastwood Expo Center. $15, 15 fights, 15 belts on the bout. Got a lot of local sponsors. If you haven't sponsored us yet, please do give us a call at our number at the Pulse 234-855-7540. We got these men are on the card, ain't they? They're on the card, and they're gonna be out there. Support them, support diabetes and cancer. Please do. We got to find a cure, and we will be back next week in the Pulse with me, your host Brian West, and Wayne, the excellent, the admirable, the omnipotent Wayne, the music maker. We'll be right back next week. Give us something good. Go close us out with yeah. Thanks a lot, gentlemen. Appreciate it. Oh, no problem. Thanks a lot, Tyler. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Tyler. Oh, no problem, man. I hope we got you out here on time. You out here on time? Huh? Did I get you out here on time? Oh, yeah. Perfect.